£110 million, the British transfer fee has just been broken, smashed to smithereens. Liverpool have flexed over Chelsea. They showed the dominance. They showed exactly who Liverpool are. I was yesterday cussing them out when I was doing a Harry Kane show, saying, well, Liverpool midfield, we're not putting up trees no more. We're not putting up trees. Well, I look stupid now, don't I? Because £110 million eclipses the £105 million that Declan Rice was bought for from West Ham. That's right, I'm Ty Knight here for TK24 Sports. It's go time. It's game day. City, Burnley, City, that's now been overshadowed because of what's happened. Harry Kane has accepted a deal to go off to Germany. James Ward-Prowse is going to go to West Ham from Southampton. That deal's going to get done. Harry Maguire is obviously going to go from Manchester United to West Ham. West Ham has already bought another midfielder from Ajax. But the breaking news today, this is the one that you're going to be waking up to. This is the one that I'm breaking. I'm not actually breaking, but you know, I'm trying to be the first out there. Caicedo is off to Liverpool, £110 million, British record transfer. Eclipses, of course, the Declan Rice still up by £5 million. Well done to Brighton. Tony Bloom, you guys have done it. You pulled a miracle of someone who's only played 45 games and scored 2 goals and 2 assists. I'll say it again, 45 games, 2 goals, 2 assists. Are Liverpool fans going to be upset by that? No. But should we dissect it like the way everyone dissected Arsenal's deal for £105 million for Declan Rice, England international, future captain of England, and maybe Arsenal should Odegaard leaving sometime, but I can't see that happening. Can you? No. So, I'm going to say this. What does this make of Chelsea? This is Chelsea's fault. It took Chelsea 6 to 8 weeks to try and get this deal done, and they kept on staggering. They thought they were the only ones in this race. Nah. And then people are going to look at Liverpool and say, oh, listen, that's what big clubs do. You know, that's what big clubs do. That's what we come in, we've got the money. Liverpool were working on this deal behind the scenes. It just never gets leaked out. It just never got leaked out. Don't be fooled by thinking Liverpool just came in the last 24, 48 hours, spoke to Caicedo and said, yeah, we've got the money. You want to come? Yeah, sure, I'll come anytime. You know, look behind the scenes, people. Do not be fooled by thinking Liverpool just come in. Liverpool been working on this behind the scene, except for with Liverpool transfers, it just doesn't get leaked out. They like to leak Arsenal's news out because it gets more clicks. And Liverpool were talked about saying, oh, Liverpool also included in the Caicedo race. You would have thought nothing of it because you would have said, well, there's no way Liverpool's going to go to 110 million. So clearly Liverpool have money, but of course they learned from last year. The same way Arsenal learned when they didn't get top 4, they spent a bit more money, got better players in. Liverpool have done a reshuffle of their aging squad, which City have failed to do. Liverpool are making ways back. And Caicedo and Trent, I'm going to say this to you right now. Look at this in a bigger picture. Don't just think of Caicedo coming in and playing in the central midfielder with McAllister and Szoboszlai. No, look at it as Caicedo going right back, Trent going in midfield because Trent's defensive deficiencies. Caicedo can do both. So when Trent goes forward, Caicedo can step into the midfield if he needs to. He can invert in or he can go on the outside. That's pace, that's power, and that's tackling. Trent cannot tackle. We know that. He's like Zinchenko. Trent and Zinchenko are very similar. Whereas Trent's got the set pieces ability and passing, Zinchenko's got that IQ and passing. He doesn't have the set piece delivery. Liverpool are copying Arsenal. Liverpool saw what Arsenal done and said, yeah, you know what, we want a piece of that. How much is it going to cost us? Well, Arsenal spent over 200 million this season. We're going to spend over 200 million this season. The Premier League is like Formula One. If you do not spend money on your parts, you are going to lose. Yes, you want to win the league, but you've got to be in the Champions League. And don't forget, I've got another show coming out very soon about the way the Premier League's about to change this season. The Premier League rules are changing this season, and I'm going to bring a video out. Plus, I'm going to bring a video out about Romano and, of course, Ornstein and which one's actually going to be the better person to listen to when it comes to transfers. But this is mental. Caicedo going to Liverpool, £110 million for someone who's only played 45 games, scored 1 goal, 1 assist, or 2 goals, 2 assists in that time. You got to think of where's the value for money now? Because football, the transfers are going crazy. And Brighton are loving it. They're like, well, we've just got another player in the background for less money who does exactly what Caicedo does, who does exactly what McAllister does. Don't worry about Brighton. Brighton have money. They are set up. Their recruitment policy is brilliant. Brighton is now Liverpool's new feeder club. They forgot about Southampton. They're trying to go for Lavia. There's a reason why they didn't go as high as Lavia. Don't be surprised now Lavia ends up at Chelsea for 50 million. Don't be surprised. Because Chelsea are going to be like scratching their heads and going, have we done this to ourselves? Partly, yes, you have done this to yourself. You made the transfer market go crazy. So Liverpool got finessed in a way that, when you look at the Declan Rice deal, you look at the Caicedo deal, when you're paying this amount of money now for central defensive midfielders, you've got to start thinking to yourself, what the hell is the price for strikers? What's the price of Balogun who wants to leave? Arsenal have to stand strong here and say, well, hold on. If he's only scored 2 goals and 2 assists in 45 games, and then Balogun scored over 20 odd goals, and he's a striker, Arsenal have to be asking for stupid amounts of money now. I'm sorry, it has to be said. You may look at me and say, well, they're two different players. One player is brought in to score goals. One is to stop the goals and maybe try and do something else in the midfield. You can't look at Caicedo or Rice and turn around and say they both bring £100 million worth to the team. But then again, I could be wrong, because the way I see football, the way you see football, and the way the managers and the statisticians see football is 2 different things. We look at it as of playing EAFC, or what used to be called FIFA, so you have to keep up the times, or Football Manager. We look at it in a different way. We want to spend our money where, the glam and the glitz goes. So like, the football has changed. It's moved on. This model, and I'm going to say this to you, when you have American owners, they see the game different to how we see the game. They look at stats differently than how we look at stats. We're catching up on stats. They're far, far, far ahead. They're looking at the model and saying, okay, what does this player bring? Where does he bring, the best package? They know a striker is going to cost a lot of money, but there's no more strikers left in the game, is there? When you think about it, there's no more number 9s. Number 10 is dead. They don't look at that no more. We're still in this world where number 9 is number 9, the number 10 is number 10. We started coming up all these numbers. I forget about the numbers, because the numbers doesn't mean anything. What we're looking at here, I'm so sorry. What we're looking at here is, does Caicedo bring £120 million worth of talent to that midfield? Yes. Yeah, he does. Let's just be honest, he does. He's a good player. He's versatile. So that's why you pay a bit more money. It's different if he was only paying £110 million for that guy just to sit in the midfield and do nothing else. But he's got pace, he's got power, he doesn't have trickery, he doesn't have assists to a name, because again, 45 games, 2 assists, 2 goals. That's what it's telling you. He's not going to score a lot of goals, but he's going to bring something else. And what that something else is like I said, versatility. He's going to swap with Trent. I can see it happening. If you don't see it, please wake up and see it. He done it against Arsenal. He done it against the majority of the Premier League teams last year. He's very versatile, and we use this word so much. Versatile. He can play right back, right wing back. He can invert. He can go forward. It brings Trent out of the gutters. It brings Trent in the midfield. I could be wrong, but we're going to find out anyway. Because when Chelsea play Liverpool, that's going to be the biggest flex ever. I hope Liverpool play him in that game. I hope Liverpool play Caicedo against Chelsea. Rub it in their face. Rub it in their face. The no European team having overspending, having good for nothing, this is what happens when you take too long. When you take so long on a transfer, someone is going to come and gazump you. They told you what you had to pay. Chelsea had the money to do it, but they just didn't want to do it. They stopped wanting to be the president of, we'll pay whatever it takes to get there. Chelsea's midfield is whack. Liverpool midfield is pretty strong now. McAllister and Caicedo, if Caicedo goes into the midfield, have a relationship already. You got Szoboszlai. That midfield is going to take time to work. So I don't think it's going to bang straight away, because it's not. It's a new midfield, and it's going to take time and for Klopp to figure out. So Klopp you're basically saying Klopp's going to be there for another 5 seasons at least. Liverpool now have a young midfield that's there for another 5 to 8 years in that. The amount of money, the over 200 million spent on that midfield, that's what it is. Over 200 million spent on a midfield. Wow. Klopp ain't signing another midfield next season. I can tell you that much. I mean, if he does, wow, good, credit to them. Liverpool want back in the Champions League, and because the rules have changed for the entry of the Champions League, which I'm going to bring to you very soon, this is why. So me waking up this morning at 5 in the morning, I got to bed pretty early for this sort of stuff. To wake up and see that Caicedo is going to Liverpool got me. Ben Jacobs was talking about it. Who else was talking about it? Romano, of course, Romano's talking about it. Ornstein's talking about it. They're all saying this. It's mental. I'm saying that Liverpool have reached an agreement with Brighton to sign Moisés Caicedo. This is Ben Jacobs. It's a British transfer record fee of 110 million following a dramatic bidding auction. That's what Brighton done, a bidding auction. West Ham tried to do that with Arsenal, and Arsenal were like, City came in with a little bid. So Arsenal was like, stuff it. You know what? Take the damn money. We want over two years. All right, well, bloody hell, let's just get it done. Let's just get it done so he doesn't turn into something. So they done it. Very, very well to Arsenal. But here we go, we keep going. Chelsea, I believe, to have improved their bid, but NFC's package having only entered the race on Thursday, just stronger. Just stronger. I mean, yes, Chelsea gonna be like feeling defeated. I mean, Todd Bowley's gonna be like, well, okay, we didn't do it. Fair enough. But the Chelsea fans waking up today will feel like, okay, Todd Bowley's got to go and blah, blah, and all everyone else has got to go. You're gonna hear it. I'm just still flabbergasted. There's 110 million for Caicedo, 45 games, 2 goals, 2 assists. I mean, he's only just he has just played a season and a half in the Premier League, and that's how much he's gone for what he was brought in for. I don't know if that's good money. I will say this: should he get injured, I'm just saying. Just saying. Whew, that's 110 million. But you got to take the risks. You got to get the risk and the reward. So well done to Liverpool. I'm not saying they're back, but I'm saying they're going to be stronger next season or this season. And midfield still has to click. He's still got to gel. But if Klopp is smart and you don't bring Trent into the midfield straight away because he doesn't have a relationship with McAllister, you bring in Caicedo and McAllister. They've got a relationship already. They just have to work it out now with Szoboszlai. They're going to have to work it out. Szoboszlai speaks English. Caicedo, I'm sure, speaks a bit of English. I don't know. I don't want to start saying, we know McAllister speaks English, so that part of communication is not going to be a problem. It's just how do they work out the dynamics for this to work? What's your thoughts, people? I mean, what's your thoughts on this? Is 110 million too much? Is it worth more than what Declan Rice is? Because they proved, they said, okay, you've got to pay for what you want. But now that's the pit. Imagine when Liverpool and Arsenal have to play each other, they're going to look at the midfield. They're not going to look at everyone else in that pitch. They're going to be saying, there's 110, here's 105. He's better because they paid more. Doesn't mean that's the case because technically Brighton only paid. I can't believe they paid about 5 million for this guy. They got 110 million pounds. Wow. Okay. That's enough. 110 million pounds. What do you think when you're eating your breakfast, wherever you are in the world, if you're having lunch, you're having dinner, you must be thinking, wow. People in, Colombia must be thinking, what the heck? Wow. But it's done. It's done. I'm tying that hair for TK. Oh, Table Sports. I was looking at something else. I'm sorry. Anyway, have a good day, guys. Have a good day. See you later. Bye.